Welcome to Praveen Patil, College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we will be discussing on steady flow energy equation and its various application. So before we proceed, we will just check out what we have discussed in the first chapter. We have discussed about the thermodynamics. We have discussed about the various laws, first law, zero law, second law, third law. We have discussed various types of system, open system, closed systems, flow, non-flow process, work and heat. We have discussed zeroth law, first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, Kelvin statements, Clausius statements, Carnot theorem, energy equations, reversible energy, reversible heat engine efficiency we have discussed about, and now we will be discussing about steady flow energy equation, two various applications. First one is of boiler. Now before I explain you the energy equation, I will explain you with the help of diagram. So let's consider this as a boiler B. Now in a boiler what happens is a heat is supplied. When a heat is supplied, the fluid present over here will tends to change its phase and it will produce a steam. So we will get a final product as a steam. Now in this boiler there is no change in velocity. So kinetic energy in the equation of steady flow energy equation is considered as 0. Potential energy is also considered as 0 and work done is also considered as 0. Only thing is in boiler product obtained as a steam. There is no work done. So we will substitute this value in steady state energy equation. Now what steady state energy equation is? This is the steady state energy equation. Focus only on this part. I will just zoom this. Now when we substitute the values of steady state energy flow equation, over here you will be able to observe this is the kinetic energy which is taken as 0, potential energy is taken as 0, work done is also taken as 0. So when this all values are substituted, we will get the values over here. When we substitute zeros, we will get it only h2 minus h1. Now over here you have to consider that this one C2 C1, this is the kinetic energy and this GZ is the potential energy. This W represent work. Now when we substitute all the values, we are getting only h2 minus h1. So this is the steady state energy equation for a boiler. Now we will go for the second application, that is for turbines. Now I will explain you with the help of diagram. So for turbine, I am drawing a turbine. Now there is a fluid at the entrance and there is a fluid at the exit. Now in this, for what purpose we are using this turbine? In order to get a work done, that is W. That is W. Over here when a fluid take an entry, it will tends to rotate this turbine and we will get a work done. So W is considered. W is considered. Now W is considered, but there is no change in velocity. Kinetic energy is considered as Ke is considered as 0. Potential energy is negligible, so it is also considered as 0. So the equation over here, see here, equation over here, it is represented like this. Here as I said, kinetic energy is taken as 0. Energy equation Q, that is steady flow energy equation Q, is considered as 0. And since there is change in the elevation between inlet and exit point is negligible, so at this point work done W is we obtain as H2 H1 minus H2. How we obtain this W is by substituting the value of kinetic energy and potential energy in this steady flow energy equation. So we get the final value as W is equal to H1 minus H2. So this is the steady flow energy equation for turbine slash compressor, that is we can also call it as for pumps. Now we will discuss third type of application, that is for a throttling process. Now check out this. This Q is considered as 0, this W is considered as 0, and potential energy is also considered as 0. I will explain you why this is taken as 0 with the help of diagram. So over here I am drawing a throttling process. So the diagram is represented like this. Now in this there is a fluid. So fluid is flowing from the one point, and this small area, this is being a throttling process, squeezed. So there is a change in velocity. So because of change in velocity, kinetic energy is not considered as 0. Kinetic energy is considered. Work done is considered as 0. Yeah, work done will be considered as 0. And because it is at the same level, at this 1 1 and at this 2 2, it is at same level, so potential energy will not be considered into account. So that's why over here potential energy is taken as 0, work done is taken as 0, and Q is taken as 0. Now in this, when we substitute all this in this equation, steady flow energy equation, we will be getting the final product as this one. As I said, this is a kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is only remaining over here. So this is how we obtained the equation for throttling process. Now we will discuss for the next type of application, that is for nozzles. Now before I proceed, I will explain you what is nozzle, what exactly nozzle is all about. So a nozzle is nothing but, in a diagrammatic representation, it is represented like this. So what happened over here is a fluid is passing. A fluid is passing at this 1 1. Let's say this is 1 1. That is at the entrance. And there is a change in velocity of the fluid at this 2 2. That means we can say it at an exit. Why there is change in velocity? Because of this decrease in area. Because of this decrease in area, the velocity changes. So kinetic energy we will consider. We will not take it 0. Kinetic energy we will consider, but we will take potential energy as 0. Work done will be also 0, and Q value will be 0. So same way we have taken over here, and we have substituted in this steady flow energy equation. So after substituting, we are getting this value for a nozzle. Now the third type, that is of condenser. Now what is condenser? Condenser is used for obtaining a coolant, for obtaining the fluid in a condensed form, With the help of diagram I will explain you. So this a simple representation for the condenser. Now at the entrance, a fluid is supplied, a water is supplied. So at the entrance, the temperature, let's say this temperature is T1. Temperature is more, so the temperature is higher at the entrance, and the temperature at the out, T2, will be lower. So over here we get a condensed form. This is a system where we utilize for condensation purpose. A coolant is used over here. Now here there is no change in velocity, so Ke negligible, potential energy negligible, work done also negligible. Only thing is we will consider mass flow rate at entrance and mass flow rate at exit. So mass flow rate we represent as M. So check out here. So this is the mass flow rate. I will just zoom this part. Okay, so this is the mass flow rate of cooling water at the entrance, and M3 M4 represent mass flow rate of the steam and condensed state, that is at the end part. H1, the H represent for the specific enthalpy. Now when we substitute this value over here, that is values of what? values of kinetic energy and potential energy. See here it is represented neglecting the change of kinetic and potential energy. I have explained you why we have neglected, and work done also we have taken as 0. So when we substituted this in this, everything will be get removed. Only thing is m value, mass value will remain, and this h value will remain. This mass and h value will be remaining. So that value is represented over here. Now what does this X tells you about is, I am drawing a condenser. Now this is the condenser. At the entrance, total energy at the entrance of a condenser with a steam and a coolant. Total energy entering the condenser with steam and coolant, that is at this part, and total energy leaving the condenser with coolant and condenser is equal. That means it is this value and this value is equal. So it is represented over here. See here. So that means we will take m value as equals. M values are equals. So when we take m values are equal, when we add this m with respect to m1 and h1 and m3 and h4, see this equation. Now m values we have taken as equal, so we will be getting, when we take a common, m1 common, so we will get h1 minus h2, when we, and then m3 h4 minus h3. So after solving this, we will get the final product as this one. So this is the steady state energy equation for the condenser. So let's take a quick revision. Up till now what we have discussed. For the boiler, we are taking kinetic energy 0, potential energy 0, and work done also 0. Okay, and same way for the turbines, only kinetic energy is considered as 0. We are neglecting potential energy, and we are obtaining work done as W is equal to H1 minus H2. This is the equation for the throttling process. Here throttling process, potential energy is taken as 0, work done is taken as 0, and when substituting we are getting the equation like this. This is for the nozzle. For nozzle there is no, we only consider kinetic energy, because change in velocity at entrance and change in velocity at exit. And for the condenser we have discussed. So that's all. Thank you.